Shalom, shalom. I would first like to begin the lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rachaha Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops at Great Millstone, who taught me this truth through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and salutations to the brothers out there pushing this truth, the 100% truth out there in the highways and the byways, the Hakim, as well as you few sisters out there listening and learning the Aqua to you. Also, I say shalom. It is your brother Haratazakabar back with another lesson through the spirit. I first want to start the lesson off with the book of Daniel, chapter 4, and verse 17, and it reads, it says, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men." Right? And we are in a kingdom that is indeed ruled by the basest of men, meaning the lowliest of men, the lowest on the totem pole. With the article I'm about to show you all, it's going to show you that there is a common and true nature of this group of people, man. Let's go ahead and get Ecclesiastes 10 and 6. It says, "Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place." It says, "I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth." It says, "He that diggeth a pit shall fall into it, and whoso breaketh an hedge, a serpent shall bite him." Right? So you could take it in the sense that, right, us as Israelites, being the Lord's holy people, coming from royalty, we're now in a state of servitude, and a lot of our people think that's the only thing we've ever been. They're still blind to the fact that we are the Lord's chosen children. And you have people who are standing in our place, pretending to be the Lord's chosen people, right? It's showing that you have servants, even the Edomites in the whole, right, being in a place of a princess, and the princess being in a place of a servant. But I really want to go ahead and get this article, man. Even just goes to show you that this group of people, if you keep on seeing things like this take place, weird things that they do take place, at that point it's not a coincidence, right? Which I don't believe in coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. Now, if I can find this lesson, I did this on a while back. It'll just show you just another example of the mindset and the patterns of these people, of this set group of people who is considered to be holy, right? Which is another reason why they call themselves white, and they call us black, meaning void of light, wicked, right, dark, evil, all of these things, as a way to try and demonize us as a people, when they in fact fit that title more than us, right? They try and call themselves white to make it seem like they're holy, they're pure, and they're innocent when they're not. Let me see if I can find it. I know I had a thumbnail for it, and if it's not in my videos, then it's most likely under my lives. But I should be able to find it. If not, I know where else to go. Let's see. It might be underneath my live lesson. Nah. Salaki Israel, bear with me. I made this lesson a while ago, but I don't see the thumbnail for it. I really cannot find this video. Salakia. I wish I was on my laptop. I'd be able to just search the title. But here's an example of perverse people. A former school janitor mistook contaminating cafeteria food with bodily fluids and records it, right? That's not what I was looking for, though. It was a video I did a while ago where a guy had put his seed in a bunch of cupcakes. It was Edomite. He put his seed in a bunch of cupcakes, and his wife gave it to her students and baked them and gave them to the students. So, yeah, it doesn't want to come out, and that's okay. If I can't find it, I know this video is it's on my page somewhere. Just can't seem to find it right now. But for the sake of time, I'm not gonna waste my time continuing trying to find it. I want to go ahead and play this video for y'all. And this just happened as well. I'm gonna go to the article as well. I'm not gonna read it, but just to show you all that it's recent.
This Kentucky man is behind bars after police said he had sexual intercourse with a dead deer. So the man was identified as Alan Osborne, and officials with the Central City Police Department say a man driving through the area called 911 and reported a man on the side of the road appearing to have intercourse with roadkill. Officers found Alan Osborne covered in the deer's fur and blood, and he was taken to the Muhlenberg County Detention Center. Officials say he was charged with sexual crimes against animals. Just insane.
And then this past month, you had a similar case as well. So here's just the proof. This just recently happened. You have reports of this from just a day ago. And then this is from last month, which I mentioned this in one of my lessons before. Man arrested in alleged bestiality incident in Vernon. A man was seen in security camera footage essaying at least two mares in a horse paddock early Saturday morning. All right, so this guy pretty much was graping horses, and it wasn't even his ranch, which it don't make it any better if it was or wasn't his ranch, but still, it just goes to show you the nature of these people, the same ones who eat children. Bestiality. Did I spell that right? I did not. Bestiality. I don't know how to spell it, Salakia. Bestiality. I know where it's said in the scriptures, though. Let's go. Is it Deuteronomy 22? Let's see. No, Salakia, that's Leviticus. This is Leviticus 29 or 19, Salakia. Salakia. Lay with mankind. Here we go. Here it is, Leviticus 18. Salakia for that. Leviticus 18 and 23 says, Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith, neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion. Now also I seen a video the other day as well. I don't know, it's just, I guess this is just very current right now.
By my horse at 40. But
Now, I don't know if this is true or not.
what happened next?
So I would take this
Ruin
video
my
with a grain of salt. Yeah, I didn't think so. Nonetheless, though, it's not uncommon for Edomite women to lie down with animals. I've known this since I was in middle school, with videos going around of Edomite women letting their dogs hump on them, fuck them, you know what I'm saying, let them lick their cooch, all that stuff. You know, so you got to watch who you dealing with, man. It's completely an abomination and even disgusting to think about. And even horses and whatnot, you know, they have videos and stuff like that on the internet showing that type of shit. Leviticus 18 and 23 in NLT, it says, A man must not defile himself by having sex with an animal, and a woman must not offer herself to a male animal to have intercourse with it. This is a perverse act. Defile not ye yourselves in any of these things, for in all of these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you. And the land is defiled, therefore I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it. And the land itself vomiteth out her inhabitants. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you. Right? For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled, that the land spew not you out also when ye defile it, as it spew out the nations that were before you. Right? See, these are the, or let me continue. For whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them, shall be cut off from among their people. Therefore shall ye keep my ordinance, that ye commit not any one of these abominable customs which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. Yahweh your God. So this is given to the Israelites, and when it's talking about strangers, it's talking about Israelite foreigners, right? Not necessarily the heathen nations, right? Which is funny because the brother was just going into this word in our group chat when a fellow, one of our friends back home, had asked us a similar question. He went into this word, ger.
Strong's H 1616. Gar.
Gar, Salaki.
Gar.
He went
And
into
the
this
form
word, gar, and it's
just
talking
below
about,
that, Geir.
yeah, same pronunciation.
Geir.
Which is talking about Israelite foreigners, not necessarily heathens, because you have Israelite foreigners who are among Israelites, right? Who may have had the appearance of the heathen nations. It says, sojourner, a temporary inhabitant, a newcomer lacking inherited rights. It says, of foreigners in Israel, though conceded rights, right? A foreigner, alien, sojourner, stranger, right? But those weren't our customs, man. You know what I'm saying? It was common for the heathen nations, right, to do things like this. But for Israelites to do it, it's seen in the Lord's eyes as an abominable act. And even then, a lot of the sexual diseases and whatnot that are upon the earth right now came from bestiality. It says HIV came from chimpanzees, dolphins get genital warts, baboons suffer from herpes, syphilis is common in rabbits, koalas get chlamydia, deer catch brucellosis, IIV6 infection affects cold-blooded insects, mostly crickets. Sexual diseases. And then also on top of that from what's the name? Slovakia. From same-sex intercourse. That's what I was trying to say. So like sexual contact with animals, also known as bestiality or zoophilia, carries significant health risks, primarily through the transmission of zoonotic diseases that jump from animals to humans. Bacterial infections, brucellosis, a potentially life-threatening disease transmitted through contact with animal fluids, vaginal fluids, or urine. It is common in dogs and livestock. Like I said, man, these people be doing shit with their dogs, man. Leptospirosis, spread through animal urine or bodily fluids, can cause kidney damage, liver failure. It says viral infections, rabies, of course we know about that. Other viruses, while human STIs like HIV/AIDS are species specific, research shows that those who engaged in sex with animals have a higher prevalence of human STIs like hepatitis B. Penile cancer studies have linked sex with animals to a significantly higher risk of developing penile cancer in men. So this isn't like it's like I said, this isn't a coincidence, right? That the Lord put these type of diseases on people who do these type of abominable things, man. It was meant like that, right? It was meant to go like that, right? This is just a coincidence. You know, you do abominable shit like that, be prepared to see the repercussions from it. Because at the end of the day, what possess a person to what would possess a person to do some shit like that? Nigga laying down with roadkill. Come on, bro. Says in the NLT, do not defile yourselves in any of these ways, for the people I'm driving out before you have defiled themselves in all these ways, right? Whether it be the heathen nations or Israelites that were among the heathen nations that took on their customs. 2/3 half niggas. It says, because the entire land has become defiled, I am punishing the people who live there. I will cause the land to vomit them out. You must obey all my decrees and regulations. You must not commit any of these detestable sins. This applies both to native-born Israelites and to the foreigners living among you, right? So, Israelites and Israelite foreigners. All these detestable activities are practiced by the people of the land where I am taking you, and this is how the land has become defiled. Right? Leviticus 20 says, and if a man, Leviticus 20:15. No matter of fact, let's get Exodus 22:19. Whosoever lieth with a beast shall surely be put to death. Right? That motherfucker is not right in the head. Leviticus 20:15. It says, oh yeah, also motherfuckers doing things to chickens, bro. Like, it gets bad. It's just terrible to think about. If a man lie with a beast, he shall surely be put to death, and ye shall slay the beast. And if a woman approach unto any beast and lie down thereto, thou shalt thou shalt kill the woman and the beast. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Right? And this is what I was really looking for. Leviticus 20. Yeah, man. We're coming into the times where we're going back under these laws, the laws that the Lord put forth and set upon the land. Now let me go to my boy Job, the book of Job, the 30th chapter. It says, Job 30:1, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. It says in the NLT, but now I am mocked by people younger than I, by young men whose fathers are not worthy to run with my sheepdogs, right? You can't even trust these motherfuckers around your dogs because they might do some weird shit. You've seen videos of Edomites sharing water bottles with their dogs, letting their dogs lick off all on their face, letting their dogs kiss them in the face. I just seen a video about that shit the other day too. It might have been a day or something recently. Letting their dogs lick all on them, kiss them in the mouth and stuff like that, right? Sharing food with their dogs, sharing utensils with their dogs. At the end of the day, that is a damn animal. That's disgusting. Let's continue reading on. It says, yeah, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. Right? They fled into the wilderness because they were known as the wild man, and that's where they came from. These motherfuckers, you got to remember, man, these people were not civilized. They didn't have any home training. They didn't know how to bathe themselves. None of that stuff until they came across the Israelites. And up until then, they were known as the wild man, and they was living in the wilderness, hairy and naked. And multiple brothers have done a lesson on that. I know I have, and it wasn't that long ago. So I can go ahead and find that real quick. Lord willing. The Wild Man, streamed 4 months ago. 42-minute, 30-second lesson. Right. It says, they were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles that were gathered together. Right, so this, they were children of fools, yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. And now am I their song. Yeah, I am their byword. So just imagine, matter of fact, let me read this in NLT. Then I'm going to make my point. It says, a lot of good they are to me, those worn out wretches, verse 2 and verse 3. They are gaunt with hunger and flee to the deserts, to desolate and gloomy wastelands, right into the wilderness. They pluck wild greens from among the bushes and eat from the roots of broom trees. It says they are driven from human society. They were the wild men, and people shout at them as if they were thieves. It says, so now they live in frightening ravines and caves and among the rocks. Right, cavemen. It says they sound like animals howling among the bushes, huddled together but beneath the nettles. The wild man. Right? And then another thing, right? You seeing more and more stuff like this happen. Just know Esau Edom is returning to their natural state, which is the wild man and the caveman. That's all that is. Why you seeing more things like this come to pass? They just returning back to their normal heathen state of mind, right? They are nameless fools, outcast from society. And now they mock me with vulgar songs. They taunt me. They despise me and won't come near me except to spit in my face. For God has cut my bowstring. He has humbled me. So they have thrown off all restraint. Imagine how Job felt knowing that these people, where they came from, how they were before, right? How they were in their former days to now. Him being below them being right in rulership at this point in time, and them making it seem like we're the savages, we're the dirty people, we're the ones that are not civilized, right? Imagine that. You know how humbling that is? Man, these motherfuckers used to walk around like beasts on the earth. Quite literally beasts on the earth. And now they looking at me as if I'm a beast. I'm a byword under them, right? But that's just a part of the curses. Man, these people are returning to their natural state. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. I don't even have nothing else to say, man. Lord willing, the lesson was edifying to those out there listening and watching. I'm going to close it off there. Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and the elder bishops at Great Millstone who told me this truth through the spirit and the power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, I say Shalom, Israel, Shalom. And as always, we're one day closer to the kingdom, man. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Shalom, Israel. The basis of man, Israel. Shake him out here.